my beloved child, the one I formed with my own hands, the one I breathed life into, the one whose days I numbered before a single one came to be. Today, I want to remind you of something sacred, something eternal, something that was etched into the very foundation of the heavens and the earth, before time itself began. You were born for this. Hear me clearly, child. You were born for a divine purpose, a destiny woven intricately into the fabric of your being. Do not let the voices of this world drown out the truth that I have spoken over you since before your first heartbeat. Before you were even a thought in your parents' mind, I saw you, I knew you, I set you apart. Just as I said to the prophet Jeremiah, I say to you now, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you. Jeremiah 1-5. There is no accident in your existence. Every moment, every tear, every trial, every triumph, I have seen them all. And through it all, I have been crafting a story, a testimony that will reveal my glory through your life. You see, when I created you, I placed within you gifts, talents, passions, things unique to you. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are ordinary, insignificant, forgotten. But I, the Lord your God, declare to you this day that you are extraordinary, chosen, and deeply loved. Do you remember David, a simple shepherd boy overlooked by his own family? Yet I saw a king. When others saw a child, I saw a warrior. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16-7. And just as I called David from the fields to the throne, so too am I calling you from obscurity into the fullness of your purpose. The battles you have faced, the nights you have wept, the doors that closed, none of it was wasted. I have been preparing you, for it is in the pressing, the crushing, and the breaking that new wine flows. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. 2 Corinthians 4:8. My child, do not despise the seasons of pain and obscurity, for it is there that I mold my champions. Joseph was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and falsely imprisoned, but even in the darkest of places, my favor rested upon him, and at the appointed time, I lifted him from the dungeon to the palace. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Genesis 50-20. Your story is not over. The chapter you are in may be heavy with sorrow, confusion, or uncertainty, but I hold the pen, and as your author and finisher, I have declared a victorious ending. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29-11. You were born for this, born to rise, born to conquer, born to shine my light in the darkest of places. The lies of the enemy have sought to silence your voice, dim your light, and paralyze your purpose. But hear me now, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54-17. The chains of fear, shame, and unworthiness are breaking even now, for where my spirit is, there is freedom. 2 Corinthians 3:17. You were never meant to walk in defeat. You are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, my special possession. 1 Peter 2:9. Lift your head, beloved, for though the storms rage and the winds howl, I am in the boat with you, and at the sound of my voice, every storm must be still. Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. Matthew 8:26. Do not fear the storm, for it is within the tempest that you will see my glory revealed. You were born for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. The world may feel heavy, dark, and hopeless, but I have placed my spirit within you, a fire that no man, no demon, and no circumstance can quench. I have anointed you to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and to release from darkness for the prisoners. Isaiah 61:1. My plans for you go beyond what your eyes can see, and your mind can comprehend. What no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love him. 1 Corinthians 2:9 I have not forgotten you. I have not abandoned you. Every prayer you have whispered, every tear you have cried, is held in my hands. I want you to remember the boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. In the eyes of the world, it wasn't enough, but in my hands, it fed thousands. John 6:9-13 Give me what you have, no matter how small, and watch what I will do. Your gift, your obedience, your yes, it will ripple through eternity. There are souls tied to your obedience, destinies waiting to be unlocked by your yes. You were born for this. The battles you have fought were not just for you, but for those who will follow after you. Like Joshua leading Israel into the promised land, your victory will pave the way for generations. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1-9 You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. I have numbered every hair on your head. Luke 12:7 I have bottled every tear. Psalm 56:8 And I have prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Psalm 23:5 Your story is not defined by your failures, your past, or the words spoken over you by men. It is defined by my word, which stands eternal. So rise, beloved, pick up your mantle, speak to the dry bones in your life, and command them to live. Ezekiel 37:4-5 Prophesy to your future, declare my promises, and move forward with boldness. For the Lion of Judah goes before you, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against you. Matthew 16:18 You were born for this, created for greatness, called to make my name known in the earth. The heavens declare my glory, and so will your life. Trust me, for I am the author of miracles, the God who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah 43:19 Nothing is too hard for me. Even now I am restoring what was lost, redeeming what was broken, and resurrecting what was dead. For I am the resurrection and the life. John 11:25 Your latter days will be greater than the former. Haggai 2:9 And though your beginnings were small, your future will flourish. Job 8:7 My child, I speak life over you. I breathe fresh wine into your weary spirit. I crown you with beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Isaiah 61:3 The earth awaits your voice, your testimony, your anointing. Do not shrink back. You were born for this, and I, the Lord your God, will be with you, even to the end of the age. Matthew 28:20 Now rise, for your time is now, and hear me again, my precious one. There is a sound rising from heaven over your life, even now. The sound of chains breaking, doors opening, and new anointings being poured out. You are stepping into a season where what once resisted you will now yield, where battles that lingered will be suddenly turned, where the heaviness that clung to your shoulders will be lifted, because I am not finished with you yet. Remember Gideon, hiding in fear, convinced he was the least in his family, the weakest of his tribe, yet I called him a mighty warrior. Judges 6:12 And by my hand, a man with no army conquered the enemy. So, too will you conquer every stronghold, every lie, and every giant that stands before you. Miracles are your inheritance. Favor is your portion. Power and authority are your birthright in me. I have placed my name upon you and called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43:1 Let the world see my glory through your life. Walk with boldness, love without limits, serve without fear, and know this, every step you take in faith shakes the very foundations of hell and advances my kingdom. You were born for this, my beloved.